20% Zölle auf alles, das nach Amerika geht von Europa. That is a heavy, heavy penalty, I guess you could say. And it's a penalty because Trump is putting tariffs on European products of 20%. And as a penalty for the tariffs that Europe puts on America, right? Let's not forget that. That's why I'm going to make another video about this now, even though I talked about this last week already when it was announced. So today, it's already Thursday. It's the 3rd of March, or 3rd of April, sorry, 2025. It's now 9:45 a.m. here in Germany. This is the Insanity Report for today for Germany, where we're going to talk about Trump's tariffs once again. See, now, when I heard about this morning, when I got up, I heard on German news that the response to Trump's 20% tariffs is Empörung and Entsetzung, and they're angry, and they bereiten Gegenzölle. So they're going to get ready to do reciprocal tariffs. But what Europe doesn't seem to understand, and what the people of Europe mostly don't understand, is that Trump is already doing reciprocal tariffs. Reciprocal tariffs means that the word reciprocal means that you do it to me, I do it back to you, right? That's how that works, right? So, in Trump's case, you got to remember, the European countries were already putting high tariffs. Matter of fact, they were putting double the tariffs on America, right? Double. So actually, Europe tariffs America all 39%, and Trump is now reciprocally tariffing Europe. So he's doing what Europe is doing to him. Let's remember that. And he's only doing it by half of what Europe is doing to him. So Europe charges 39% tariffs, right? But America is only going to charge 20% tariffs. Now, that seems like a better deal for Europe, but they're crying, right? So European politicians are crying. Let me get this straight, right? So they're crying because they only have to pay half of what they're asking from the other side. Well, that sounds like a pretty good deal for Europe, doesn't it? To me, I mean, I'm not an economist, right? I don't know what effect these tariffs are going to have, other than what I'm being told by the people that I trust, because they know more about it than me, and the things that I read and the things that I watch. So what I think is going to happen is that it'll have a negative impact on the economy in America for a little while, but it will force businesses to come back to America and set up shop there, bring manufacturing back. That's one good thing. But what it will definitely do is it will cause all the other countries that are imposing tariffs on America to remove their tariffs on America, so that America removes the tariffs on them. I think that's also a good thing for the world economy. Definitely good for prices. Definitely good for everybody if we don't tariff each other for every little thing, right? But Europe didn't want to do that, so now they're planning reciprocal tariffs. They basically want to pay back tariffs. So what are they going to do? Make an even higher tariff? See, now that's the dumbest shit you can do. Why do you think Donald Trump is only asking for 20% when he's getting charged 40%? All right? Because he wants to send a signal to Europe and to everybody else in the world that is charging tariffs on America, right? He wants to say, look, the days of America just laying down and accepting this without reciprocity, without us doing the same thing to you, without us putting pressure on you, those days are now over. The days of taking advantage of America and American taxpayers is done. That's the signal he's sending. And he's saying, so let's go ahead and work together, right? You take your tariffs off, I take my tariffs off, all right? Right? And let me tell you, Europe right now probably can't afford 20% tariffs, especially Germany, because Germany has the highest energy prices in all of Europe. The businesses are flooding out of the country. There's no investment being done into the country, and that's because of the politicians that are running the show, right? They are completely gutting this country from within, so to make sure that there's no investment ever will come here. What are the perks for a company from another part of the world to settle here in Germany? There are zero. It's only more bureaucracy, more pain in the ass, more money, more taxes, more drama. People are like, no, fuck that shit. More climate denial or climate cult bullshit rules that you have to adhere to. People are like, no, dude, we'll just go to America, set up shop there, right? So essentially, Europe can have it one of two ways, right? This is what's going to happen, right? In my opinion, this is what I think is going to happen. Europe can have it one of two ways. They can cut a deal with Donald Trump that's going to be good for Donald Trump and good for Europe and good for European manufacturing, good for European import-export, good for European businesses. Or they can try to play hardball, which is what it looks like they're going to try to do now, right? They can try to play hardball, and they can get hammered into non-existence because all of the European businesses are going to go, you know what? Let's just go to America, right? Let's just go there, produce there, no fucking problem. Then we don't have all the bureaucracy. Then we don't have all the red tape. Then we don't have all this climate fucking nonsense bullshit rules that we have to keep to. Then we don't have these giant high energy prices. And we have an open market of 350 million people without tariffs and bullshit. I don't know, that sounds like a pretty good deal too. So in my opinion, what Trump is doing is he's saying, look, either we do it the nice way or we do it the hard way, and I take all of your business away from you and they come here and live in the United States and produce in the United States, and then it's done. And then there's just no way back. Then after that's done, there's really no more negotiation tactic possible because then Trump holds all the cards, right? So the only thing that Europe can do to save itself and the people that live here and pay taxes, right? Let's not forget, that's what it's all about. The only thing they can do is figure out a way to make a deal with Trump that will satisfy both parties. No tariffs, no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Or if there are tariffs, they're equal tariffs. And that way, Europe gets to keep most of its businesses. They're going to have to completely change course because of this. And that's good for everybody, right? They're going to have to go a different direction. Germany cannot afford to have the highest energy prices in Europe anymore. They just can't afford to do it. So they're going to have to do something about that. They're going to have to do something to fix that problem and fix it fast. Because if they can't, that's it. You know what I'm saying? If they then also decide they're going to try to play hardball with Donald Trump and try to put reciprocal tariffs on him, they're going to get their ass kicked. Because then it's a game of wer hat die längere Atem, right? Who can wait out the other party the longest? And believe me, Germany cannot wait out Donald Trump. Europe cannot wait out Donald Trump. Donald Trump could sit back for 100 years and wait while Germany and Europe bleed to death in front of everybody's eyes. So that is not a winning strategy. The fact is, Europe has no real leverage, and neither do most of the other countries that are dealing with this. So what I advise Germany to do is German politicians get their shit together, make a deal with Trump that satisfies both sides. Don't wait for the European Union. Don't go down the European Union train. I know that's not going to happen. I know they're going to do it, right? They're going to go on the European Union train, and they're going to wait for Europe to come up with like some grand fucking solution, which it never has, and it never does, and it never will, because it's a completely dysfunctional fucking over-bloated bureaucratic apparatus, right? So that is going to be a waste of time. That's going to be our death, right? That's going to be Germany's downfall. If they decide not to make a separate deal with Donald Trump on this tariff shit, and they decide to team up with the European Union, who has never been able to perform anything fast and never gotten anything done and never had any real successes in the last decades, right? They're going to wait for them. Well, then it's done. Then it's done. Then Trump wins. Germany loses every auto manufacturer they have. They lose everything. Because in the end, I think, and I might be wrong, you know what I'm saying? But I think that what Europe is trying to do is play a game of wait it out with Donald Trump, and that's a losing game. And I think Trump knows that's what they're going to try to do, and then he's going to crush them, right? He's going to crush us. Because if Europe tries to play this game, Trump could say, okay, well, I'm going to make my tariffs the same as your tariffs, right? So now it's 30%, 39% and 39%. Don't like that? Let's make it 60% to your 39%, right? Oh, you don't like that? Let's go for 100%. That's what he's going to do. That's what I think he's going to do. If anybody tries to fuck around, I think that's what he's going to do. And if Europeans try to play this game on where they hold the least of the cards, right? If this was a poker game, fucking the Europeans have the shittiest hand ever, and Donald Trump has 4 aces, right? You know what I mean? It's there's just no comparing it. Don't try it, Europe. Don't try it. Just make a deal that satisfies everybody. Let your ego go. Make a deal with the man. He is not fucking around, right? This is the deciding moment if Europe's going to throw away their whole economy, completely flush all our prosperity down the drain, or not, and come back swinging, right? Industry rises, everything rises. Europe has a chance now, and the European countries have a chance to do what they know is the right thing to do, and do what is also best for everybody in Europe. And that is to make a deal with Donald Trump that is fair for both parties. That's how Trump wants to do it, right? He's done letting the Europeans take advantage of the country. That's normal. You got to respect that. We wish our politicians would do the same. They're not going to. They are going to sell your country out, our countries out, to the highest bidder every fucking time, because they're weak, unmoral, unvalued politicians that are just in it for themselves, right? That's the European politician, right? For the most part. Definitely the German politician outside of the AfD, right? But everybody outside the AfD is in it for themselves. They care only about power, and they do not give a fuck about the regular person in this country. So now you're met with somebody that has got you by the balls. Donald Trump has got everybody by the balls. That's what I think. And yes, he's taking. Yes, it's risky for him. It's risky for the economy of America, but it's a risk he's obviously willing to take. And if anybody thinks that they're going to back him down, that's not happening. So get ready, buckle up, Europe, Germany, politicians, get your head on straight, stop your fucking crying, go make a deal. That's best for everybody. All right, people, that's it for today. If you want to get all my stuff directly in your inbox, all you got to do is subscribe to the Substack. You see it there on the screen. It's allaboutlogic.substack.com. There, nothing gets banned, nothing gets censored, nothing gets removed, nothing gets taken down, and everything gets sent always, every time to your inbox when I publish it. And there you'll also be able to read the articles I write, not just see all the videos. So go there. It's allaboutlogic.substack.com. Subscribe for free or for $5 a month, which I would greatly appreciate. Helps me out. And see you guys tomorrow.